Hello, everyone. My name is Garry Polameteer, and I'm here to talk about Salesforce a little bit as a career opportunity. Currently, I am a Salesforce Community MVP and CEO of Red Argyle. And MVP status is something that I didn't talk about much. It is for folks who have been active in the community and helping spread the word of why Salesforce is such a good opportunity for people and helping people just get together and use the technology successfully or build careers with the tech. And that's what I'm mostly here to talk about today, which is enhancing your career options with Salesforce as a technology that you can base a whole career on, so you choose. Before I get into that, I do want to share a little history of myself, which I think I just want to say this out loud. The first 3 jobs I had were working on farms. The first farm was picking tomatoes, and the second farm was making hay, and the third farm was shoveling horse stalls. And then I got a job, or I went to college for studying art. And even though I did all of that and I had no technology in my background, the Salesforce product and ecosystem is so open to opportunity that I found a job in Salesforce and have grown my career 100% with Salesforce over the years. So I was introduced to the product in 2008, and I thought it was a really amazing piece of technology. I pursued certification in 2009, which I can't believe is 14 years ago now. But making that move to become a certified Salesforce professional was the moment that things really changed for my career. And I got what's called the Salesforce Certified Administrator, which is the basic. You learn a little bit about the entire platform, and then from there you can build other certifications on top of it. So with the admin certification, I got a job at a product company, and we built solutions on Salesforce to help manage nonprofits, which was really fun. And then in 2011, I felt like being a little more entrepreneurial and joined Red Argyle as a partner. And then since that time, I've gone from being a Salesforce admin and consultant to a manager and an owner of the business. So we currently have 60 people in our firm. And again, all we do is Salesforce, the entire company built on Salesforce services. So that's a little bit about me, but we're here to talk about the ecosystem and where that can take you. So this is a slide that Salesforce uses at their trade shows, and they update it periodically to show how they're tracking as a company. And their growth has been faster than ever. In my opinion, particularly since COVID started, a lot of companies across the world had to do what we call digital transformation, take old processes and replace them with technology in the cloud, so to speak, so that they will work from anywhere. They'll work from people being remote who can't push paper anymore or deal with physical systems. And so since 2020, Salesforce has ramped up their growth, and you can see they're looking to do something like 32 billion in revenue this year, which that sounds like a lot. But if you think about all of the companies that work around Salesforce, companies such as myself, other technology companies building product on Salesforce, companies who are growing their businesses using Salesforce, the actual ecosystem is way bigger than that. And there are probably hundreds of billions of dollars in total economy around Salesforce. So I just wanted to share that because I think there's been a lot of tech. You're like, I don't know if this will be around in 5 years. Why should I jump into that? And I think Salesforce is here to stay. They are one of the foundational tech companies at this point, playing with the other world leaders in the technology space. And you can see Microsoft and Oracle there, who were the traditional sales tech companies, and Salesforce has outpaced them in growth because their technology is so innovative. So let's talk about how to get started. And this all started in 2015. Salesforce created a learning platform called Trailhead. And Trailhead is a fantastic and easy to use path for anybody, no matter what your background, to get up to speed with Salesforce. If you're brand new and don't have a technical background, you can still use it. If you do have a technical background, you can use it to accelerate learning even faster. So a couple things to share. To my knowledge, it is accessible across the globe. And it's totally free. You do not have to pay for Trailhead. You just sign up an account and you can use it. Content is presented in multiple local languages, although you'll have to see if your language is supported with all of the content. So while English is not required in all cases, it might be preferable or helpful to have some English speaking knowledge so you can read all of the content on the site. If Trailhead is great and you want to go more, there are many other deep dive trainings, although they're not necessary to be successful. And there's a lot of companies marketing paid Salesforce training. Some of it is really good. Some of it is you can do just as well on Trailhead. So I would say see how far you can get with the free stuff, and that might get you everything you need. And again, I'm not a lawyer, but to my knowledge, there's no permitting or work authorizations required to use Trailhead. It's just a learning platform. You read content, you take some quizzes, you get a Salesforce instance to play with and learn how it works. I don't think that you need a work card or anything like that to learn. Again, I don't know the laws in every country for that type of activity. And then from a timing perspective, I would suggest consistency is the most important thing. If you set aside 2 hours a week or 8 hours a week or more, I think as adult learners, just having consistent learning behaviors is the most valuable thing. And then the more time that you can put into Trailhead and learning Salesforce, the faster that you will learn. But it is self-paced and you can put in as much time or as little time as your schedule allows. And I'll do a really quick scroll through their homepage, but again, it's trailhead.salesforce.com. And it looks like this. And this is why I love Trailhead. They will not only give you the learning resources, but they will help you understand how does Trailhead work and what does it do for people? And how do you get from here to there? And it really gives you not just the content, but a lot of inspirational storytelling and people who have been successful. So we can look at stories like my friend Zach. I know him, and he's a famous now. He was in the trucking industry and saw an opportunity with Salesforce and wanted to improve his career and took the plunge, did some Trailhead, and now he's a Salesforce professional. So there's a lot to learn just reading through the page. And then again, there is right here, sign up for free, big button, and that will get you going with Trailhead. And they offer kind of curated tracks of learning so you don't get lost in the number of options. So thinking about careers in Salesforce, because there's so much growth, it's really exciting time to be joining the Salesforce economy. We're seeing a lot of growth in all aspects of Salesforce, everything from company Salesforce administrators. So if you're a company with 50 people in your sales department using Salesforce, they might have a Salesforce administrator helping run that tool. There are companies like us who are systems integrators. We do everything from outsource Salesforce administration, custom app development, and help companies design products on Salesforce and solve business problems. Disciplines within Salesforce, because it's so big, there are a lot of areas that you could specialize. The one that I've seen the most demand for is Marketing Cloud or Pardot specialization, where companies are pushing automated marketing and marketing technology pretty aggressively. So that skill set has been very much in demand. I think AI is up and coming. If you've been reading the news and seeing the new technologies coming out, AI is going to have a very large impact on the future. It might not be what gets you a job today, but it will be what gets you a job in 2-3 years from now when that technology is mainstream. And then the last one that we're seeing grow pretty quickly is data and analytics work. Salesforce bought Tableau a few years ago, and they're integrating that deeper in their platform. With all the digital transformations and other changes with Salesforce, it's generating a lot of data, and more people are in demand to help make sense of all that data, write reports, and present those back to business leaders so that they can make the most of their investment. A few pieces of advice or thoughts. Number one, if you're the type of person who really wants to have someone helping you along the way, Salesforce does have a formal mentorship program. So you can go to that link that will be on the slide, sign up, and they will try to pair you with someone in your time zone and with the same language as you. It's been very successful for a lot of people. And there's ongoing volunteerism to mentor people and help bring them into Salesforce. Second important thing is don't take no for an answer. I know people who have applied for 20 jobs and there's 19 no's, and then the 20th one is their dream job. I think as long as you keep trying, keep learning, you'll get where you want to go. Mentorship and networking can really help as well. So, if you hear a bunch of no's, maybe your mentor can help you figure out why, or you can refine your learning a little bit more. Another thing I've seen a lot of success with is community-based study. So there's been a lot of cities that have put together their own Salesforce study groups, and they've been very successful in helping whole cohorts of people learn Salesforce together and help each other out and share opportunities and help each other learn. Salesforce as a company wants to help you. The best way for me when I was starting out was go to LinkedIn and just start talking to Salesforce employees and messaging them and finding the door to help. Because they're such a big company, they have a lot of ways that they could offer help. And I think if you don't find the right person, they will often send you in the right direction. And then the last thing, we're talking about Salesforce a lot today, building your personal skills to support and enhance your Salesforce skills is always time well spent as well. So things like public speaking skills and communication skills and customer service, project management, design, writing, all of those skills will help greatly as you try to get into Salesforce, because it can help show you're a well-rounded professional that can bring a lot of value to an employer in more capacities than just writing workflow rules in Salesforce. So I would always suggest investing in that type of development just as much as the Salesforce side. Trailhead does have some soft skills classes on there, but again, there's many other learning resources available to help with that. So that's my quick rundown. Again, I'm on LinkedIn, linkedin.com/Garry Polameteer with 2 R's in my name. I also have email. I'm a little slow to respond there, but I always try to get back to people. And, I'm here to help if something comes along that you have a question. But I am happy to be of service, and thank you for the time today and listening to this recording. So I hope it's helpful for everyone.